So I don't know if you've seen these ridiculous notions of this neutrality walk. Very often what happens is the dog or dogs, it's often done in a group, walked around on a tight slip lead, and they're corrected by the leads tightening around their neck for any interest in anything ever. Okay, and what the objective is for the dog to be in a completely non-reactive state all the time. You can't do that and I can't do that. So that's one version of it, and I want you to watch this and see how we can train neutrality or calmness and stillness using positive reinforcement and management. Okay, a little behaviour bite here, so you can see the person on just above him there, lying in the grass. Now, he is interested in that woman lying there sunbathing in the grass, and if you've seen some of the other posts on these behaviour bites, he's interested in the 7-a-sides there because of the ball, and I don't know if you can see that, but the gate is slightly open there, so he is able to get through. Now, just dead consistent, every time we come down to this park, it's a regular haunt, so we come round in this route and he passes that 5-a-side court or 7-a-side court regularly, so several times a week. And every time we walk past, he's on the long line, I move him off, which is the management, so I move him to this side of the path rather than that side, and reinforce him being with me. And I do that over and over and over again, so the long lead prevents him from going in there, and good boy pal, and me reinforcing that behaviour either with food, with toys, with petting, with praise, reinforces that. And today was the first time that he walked straight past without having really any inclination into going in, and you can see there's a game ongoing, so that would have been interesting for him there. Now, given that, so he has just done that for me, and this woman is lying there sunbathing. He is now resting, but it will be interesting to see what he does when we go to pass this woman, and I'm going to do the same thing again. I'll try and get it on video. Right, so recalled him there and reinforced the recall. Now the reinforcement is going to happen away from the woman, so she is lying there. Good boy, son. Nice pup. He checks in with me. Alright, so this is all him. I have got the lead, but he's got 10 metres of lead, which he is able to. So you see him interested in her there. Good boy, pup. Well done. And I reinforced that bit verbally with praise there by telling him he's made the right choice. There's the dog park. There's one person in it and one dog. Good boy. Well done. And that check-in with me gets reinforced, and gets reinforced with a chase of the treat as well. Well done, pup. So some really nice stuff there, and it's just being consistent over and over again, just being super consistent with what you're doing, and yeah, you get the results. Okay, so just a few moments later, and I've got some more practice here. So family approaching here and the family approaching there. I just move him off to the side. Let's see if he lies down in the shade. Might be the bench he wants to climb up on. Yep. Nice, something that he likes doing. And I allowed him to do that, made the choice for him to do that. He made the choice and allowed that to happen, because that's something that he enjoys doing. We've trained it, it's just a fun exercise for us to do. And he did that as an alternative to approaching the family, having a picnic, or that family walking past. And you can see the jogger coming up towards us there. She's in the middle of the screen. Okay, and I want to see if he has any reaction to her at all. Well done, pup. Lovely, beautiful. And there we go, so that's him seeing the jogger, and I'm just chilling out with him and letting him watch the world go by. A little reinforcer there. Okay, so it's not the power, it's the power of the consistency, consistently reinforcing his behaviours. I moved my hand there. Reinforcing these behaviours with these food reinforcers each time, and praise, and how I deliver it, and how gentle my voice is, and how delighted I am that he's done it, that he picks up on it. It's not the value of the treat in and of itself, it's all of the stuff and the consistency. Pennies in the bank, over and over and over again. We get a big balance. I know. There we go. Okay, and then you can see the two women in blue approaching us from the top right of the path. He found a ball in the path. They have a dog, these two women. I'm just going to let him, it's towards the end of a walk. It's not too hot, okay, it's warm today and he has been running around. But I'm just going to let him chill here with this ball. So although it's not his ball, in quotes, he found it, and him being able to, easy pal, him being able to do that here as an alternative to that, and him lunging there was because the ball rolled away from him rather than lunging at the little dog. And we've got a little black dog approaching. Well done, son. You coming this way? There we go. Nice pal, well done. Lovely. Now little dog's interested. Good boy. Well done, lad. Nice. And I verbally reinforce that, him just watching that dog walking past. And you might look at this and think, yeah, big deal. But what's the big deal about it is that he didn't do something else. So by constantly picking the things that we like, which is really an absence of things that we don't like. Okay, if the dog's not doing an unwanted behaviour, by default what we're left with is a wanted behaviour. So let's reinforce all those things, the absence of unwanted behaviour over and over and over again, and then we get nice consistent results. And then we've got a party up there in the middle of the screen there, they've got a dog, so we're going to do the same again. Okay, so giving him a little rest here. This is just, seconds after I stopped the last video. Again, another dog. Nice pup, well done, son. Nice pal. Beautiful choice from him. And we'll walk on. So just pause here so that we're just not videoing the approach. Okay, so a few seconds later. Now the ball is helping here, absolutely it's helping. He would rather chew the ball, but it's time for us to go back to the car, so we do need to go. Easy pal. Right there. That's a bit better alternative than approaching the party there. Yeah. And I'll let him do this, this is as far as he's getting. No. Sonny, come on. This way, lad. Good boy. Nice pup. And if either of those dogs wanted to come in and say hi to him there, I would have facilitated that because they're all off lead. Nice, Tad just wants to chew this ball. Yeah, this will be the last one unless there's something kind of particularly interesting appears as we walk back to the car. We're not only a couple of minutes away from the car. That ball is novel for him, and although it's not getting caught up in that's not your ball and give me it back and blah blah blah, right? Him doing this here, as we have just seen in the previous videos, is a significantly better alternative than running up towards other dogs, running across the path and interacting with people. Okay, he's entertaining himself from something that he found in the environment, and when we get too, for want of a better word, anal about what the dog's supposed to be doing and not supposed to be doing, then we can actually interrupt stuff that would help us and help him. So I'm just happy with this behaviour just now. It's really nice. He's resting, he's having fun, and we're probably just going to chill here for a few minutes after I turn the camera off. Yeah, so don't get too caught up in this stuff being, other rules of, decorum and etiquette and how we're supposed to behave in the environment, and, it drives me mental. One of the nicest things anybody ever said to me once during our argument was, and it was contentious, was that I was uncivilised. And my thought was, well, if I have civility is living by your rules in society, I don't want to live by that, because there's not enough tolerance of other things, and what we're doing here is tolerating Sonny's behaviour, tolerating it. I'm enabling it, alright, it's what I'm looking for. So, some nice stuff there. Okay, now we didn't set this up, okay, but Helen is coming round there with a client. I've moved over to the side. I have put food down there just in case, so no idea what Helen's working on with the blue staffy there, but we will help this. Okay, and see how she's reinforced that settled behaviour. He's going backwards and forwards between the food that's on the floor and the ball. Let's see how we go. And I will help here because I'm going to move around this side of the tree. See what there we go, and he's going to do that on his own. It's fine. Well done, lads. I know. Beautiful from him, and beautiful from the wee girl as well. Really nice stuff. Alright, so we've got some nice stuff coming up here. There's 3 off-lead dogs approaching 4, including the collie. And let's see what happens here. Don't worry, it's okay. You're totally fine. Okay. Sorry. No, no problem. Thanks a lot. I've got a shocking attitude as well most of the time, so well done, son. Easy, pal. Good lad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just watch the leads don't get tangled up. Well done, lads. Thanks very much.
Okay.
Bye now. Okay, last one. So cars there, you can see the boot up. That's the gate. The woman here has just come into the park. Her dog looks not a young dog, so I don't know if it's elderly, but it doesn't look, you know, really young. He is here, and there were 2 people going into those cars there with their dogs. So I just hung back for 2 minutes. In fact, not even 2 minutes, 90 seconds if that, you know, to give them space to move before we can go back, and we will move back to the car now. So the person in the silver car at the end has just got into her car with a dog, and we are going to have checked the coast is clear, everything's cool, and we walk back to the car and he goes to the back of the car. Okay, so just a little bit of previous planning. Okay, so apologies for the format of the video because it's portrait rather than landscape, but my intention was to put it into a bunch of shorts or Instagram reels, but there was some nice stuff, so I've stitched it all together for this longer video. So apologies about the format, but there's some really nice stuff there. Yeah, hope you like it. Walk in the park with Sonny Jim.